The race is on with hurdles to be scaled through by the PDP and its candidate Asue Ighodalo and its really impressive manifesto, as evidently seen in the campaign trail in Edo State. On Viewpoint, where we discover perspectives and embrace dialogue, we take a look at the PDP's National Working Committee, suspending Vice Chairman South-South Dan Orbih of the PDP, appealing judgments nullifying Edo State gubernatorial primary, PDP supporters throwing its weight behind Asue Ighodalo during the rally for the forthcoming off-cycle elections come September 21, 2024, with former chairmanship aspirant Nelson Asekhame of the PDP informing us on the happenings in Edo State currently. The show is Viewpoint, like I said earlier on, where we discover perspectives and embrace dialogue. You do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us across various social media platforms. Join us in the next phase of the show. Welcome back to the show. We have with us Honorable Nelson Asekhame, former chairmanship aspirant of the PDP. You're welcome to the show, Honorable.
Thank you very much for having me again. It's been a while.
Yeah, nice to have you on board once again. Before we proceed, I would like you to tell us more about what the upbeat tempo is like in Edo State. Not necessarily of the PDP which you are in. Definitely there will be some shadow cabinet experiences from the opposition party. So tell us what it's like before we proceed.
In Edo State, I think, or it's not I think, we all know, we can see clearly that PDP is having the day. The candidate of the PDP, it seems to be everybody's choice. Even though you're an APC member, you are Labour Party, NMPP, whatever party, he seems to be everybody's favorite as it stands. So it's a PDP thing in Edo State right now as it stands.
Okay, that's nice to hear. Now, okay, going forward, now apparently the upbeat tempo and the heartbeat Edo State is evidently gaining momentum within the PDP. Now, this is judging from what you said, the warm embrace which has actually adorned the PDP, also from its flag bearer, Asue Ighodalo. Now, tell us more particularly on his manifesto, which we will, of course, try to zero in concerning security, which are the words of this gubernatorial candidate, which has to do with security, infrastructure, and also agriculture.
Okay. The present government of Governor Obaseki has actually laid a foundation in all the areas you've mentioned. Okay. So I think building on it will become very, very easy for the person of Asue Ighodalo when he assumes office as the governor of the state. People don't know what it means to have worked successfully in the private sector, where you face most of the challenges, security, infrastructure and all the rest. So he has these experiences. So I believe he's also bringing it to the table to further build on what Governor Obaseki has already started in Edo State. The administration of Governor Obaseki, if we want to be sincere with ourselves, has tackled the issue of insecurity and infrastructure. He has built so much. People think infrastructure is just about just building roads, but when you look at the how do I put it now? Like I said, the last time, the engine room of the state, which is the civil servants and their working environment. See, he has changed everything for them, and it has brought in more positive response in terms of workforce in Edo State. So the manifesto of Asue Ighodalo will definitely, when I mean definitely, build better on what Governor Obaseki has already started.
Moving on, in recent news making the rounds, the PDP National Working Committee mulled on actions against Dan Orbih and others likewise over alleged anti-party activities. They considered disciplinary actions against some of its members in the Edo State chapter for alleged anti-party activities. It was also gathered in the FCT, Abuja, that the party leadership has been inundated with petitions against the party's national vice chair, Dan Orbih, which I mentioned earlier, and some of its party members. Now, this is at the regional level and also at the national level. Now, what's the update on this and its implications on the forthcoming elections? Will it actually make or mar the progress of the elections?
Yes. The faction of Dan Orbih, they've worked against the interests of the party for quite some time now, and in all these times, the party has won all the elections. So, let me address the last question, the last part of the question. If it will mayor or make the party,
yes,
it will not affect PDP in any way. PDP is winning the election.
Okay.
It will only affect the party that they are supporting.
Okay.
That's how I see it. Now, I think the issue of Dan Orbih and his factions and his cronies, I think it's long overdue. It's long overdue. They've been an internal distraction for a long time, a very, very long time. So I think the party is taking the right step in setting them aside by way of suspension and all the rest. And I think even at the national level, others should also be dealt with so that the party can focus. I'm trusting God, and I believe that come September 21st, Asue Ighodalo definitely, by my choice, by my vote and the vote of majority of the Edo people, will become the next governor, and PDP will be more structured and focused after then, with these people out of the way.
Okay. Yeah. That's quite positive from you, coming from that aspect. But still on the court case now, while I want to say this is because I don't want it to look as if, no, from political pundits out there who actually come up with a resonance effect from the avenue of Osumbo some years ago. Now, coming from this court case now, the PDP now is the appellant here now in the High Court. Now, the PDP had approached the Court of Appeal in Abuja Division to appeal the Federal High Court judgment that invalidated the primaries that produced Asue Ighodalo as its gubernatorial candidate in the forthcoming 2024 gubernatorial elections within the state. Now, the appellants, like I said earlier on, appealed on a hinged 25 grounds charge, asking the appellate court to set aside the judgment of the lower court, which was actually delivered on the 4th of July. Now, if we might remember, Justice Iyan Ekwo of the Federal High Court in Abuja had declared the PDP primary elections hinged on or held on the 22nd in Edo State as invalid. Now, could it be a resonance effect now coming from the Osumbo era? If we will recall, let's take your mind way back. What do you have to say about this now, Honorable?
Well, let me quickly correct you there.
Okay.
The question is, did Justice Judge Ekwo, did he actually say that the candidacy of Asue Ighodalo was nullified? No, he did not.
Okay.
Did he say that the primaries were nullified? No, he did not. Okay. See, all of this thing came up as a result of the land lawyer that came out and was, misinterpreting the court ruling. I think the judge only, from what I read or from what I know, he only said that the 300 and whatever the number is were supposed to, but he never said that the candidacy of Asue Ighodalo was nullified, or that. And again, these issues are party issues. Like you rightly said, just recently with the House of Assembly, this same thing happened in 2022 with the House of Assembly members, where this same set of people came out and said that they were that they were the rightful delegates, and the court ruled against it, and it favored the original PDP candidate who are now in office as members of House of Assembly today in Edo State. So I don't see this case going. I'm not a lawyer, but from a layman understanding from past judgment and other cases related similar to this, I don't see this case going anywhere. And people keep saying, okay, why is PDP appealing? I mean, we are law-abiding citizens. The party is governed by law-abiding citizens of Nigeria. Even our party members, our candidates is a law-abiding person. So by law, we ought to appeal a wrong judgment. So that's why we're in the Court of Appeal.
Okay. That's quite, you know, on a defensive note. I think you have made it expressly clear that actually there must be propaganda somewhere along the line that is actually trying to, like, you know, remove the carpet under the feet of the PDP to make them lose balance, right?
It's all a distraction. It's all a distraction. I don't know if I can add.
Okay,
that,
you're free to do so.
The APC, for one, they were like a party that was choking in Edo State, and they just needed to breathe. They needed to breathe. So they just had to grab at anything. So they grabbed at that statement, which something I want to believe that it was even fabricated in their favor. They grabbed at it, and you know, immediately they kind of like a ripple effect. They started spreading it. You know, the court said, and actually the court did not say that. And from what I gathered, I think the lawyer who made such wrong utterances, I think he has been cautioned, and nobody's saying anything about it. So why was he cautioned? If what he said was right, why was he not cautioned? So I think we should be more.
Sorry to cut you short there, Honorable. So this particular attorney or lawyer who was cautioned, is it a case of being quick to talk and think later, but instead of thinking first and talking later as a legal practitioner?
I think he was just he was talking from his pocket.
Okay.
That's how I put it. He was talking from his pocket. And I think you're very right. He was quick to talk before he thinks. But actually, he was just trying to say something that will favor his clients and favor the opposition in the states. So I think it's wrong. It's wrong. It's not good for the practice. It's not good for the law, for Nigerian law. It's not good for a lawyer to come out and say such a thing, and he knows the implication of what he's saying, coming out of the court, just immediately coming out of the court and making such statement. It's uncalled for. It's uncalled for. But all the same, we are not perturbed. We are not perturbed at all. Nigeria, the PDP in Edo State, we are not disturbed at all. We are even more, because it clearly shows that PDP is stronger. That we PDP are stronger than we even think, because the fear that we saw in them out of that jubilation, which didn't last for more than a day, it shows that they had no hope, and that was just their only hope, and the hope has been dashed now. Funny enough, in the same vein, we learned. I don't want to go into that anyway, but soon we'll get to hear of forgery of voters card and all the rest from one of the candidates. It's going to be a laughable thing at the end of the day.
Okay.
So now, that's just it.
Okay. Going forward now, talking about jubilations. Now we could see allies and supporters of Asue Ighodalo and also electoral candidate throwing their weight behind these candidates and also the running mates, because as of last week, thousands of PDP supporters marched through the city, particularly Ring Road Center of the state capital, Benin City, in solidarity with the candidate of the party. Now, this rally led to a heavy gridlock adjoining streets to the city center, including the GRA, for several hours. Organizers of the Solidarity March said recent court ruling, now this is coming from or as a backdrop from what we had discussed earlier on the primary election of the party, which was actually a kangaroo court ruling that would not actually stand or have a foundation, called on the people of the state and remain committed to the vote for the PDP. Now, Ighodalo came or will come September 21, emerge governor. That is why this rally has actually come on board now. Could this be a ploy to aid distractions or make the PDP surrender or retreat? Now, this is due to the lies which you have actually told. Now, is it actually we would reconcile with the fact that in a bid to win elections, people would do anything sneaking now? But in this case now, it is by the opposition to hoodwink the people of Edo State into luring them for what they actually should stand for. Are you agreeing or disagreeing with this?
Okay, let me please an experience I had just about last week. I took a cab when I got to Benin, because I was wearing my AIO2 cab, and the driver was, he said he's not from this place, he's not from Edo State, but based on what he has seen, he's a cab driver, and with what he sees Obaseki doing, he's very, very impressed. But his fear now is that PDP has no candidate. PDP has no candidate again. You know, this is what they want to do. This is what they hope to achieve, to dissuade or to distract PDP supporters or Asue Ighodalo or and supporters and lovers from believing that PDP has into believing that PDP does not have candidates. You know, I had to explain to the cab driver. You know, he had this relief. He had this relief. So I saw the cab driver like the whole of Edo people who must have heard that fake, destructive information from the so-called lawyer. You know, I saw him, and I could imagine how they've taken that information. So the rally or the gathering that was held at Ring Road in Benin, you know, went a long way to sending out the message that the information was wrong. Two, Asue Ighodalo remains the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, and he's fully, when I mean fully, he's fully participating in the election, and by the special grace of God, he will emerge as the winner come September 21st. So the rally actually, you know, was timing, was necessary. In short, you could see the love. If you were there, you could see the love. You know, people were not bothered about the hold up. Everybody was so excited. You know, people came out of their cars and they joined the parade. So I think it was a timing. Yeah, it was a timing event to correct the wrong message that was sent out by the opposition, because like I said earlier, they are choked with the presence of the PDP in all the 18 local governments, and you know they just need to breathe. So they could hold on to anything to make them be, and they held on to the pronouncement by the lawyer to distract our people. But thank God it only lasted for a day. Where PDP is back on its feet, the people are reassured of the candidacy of Asue Ighodalo, and even more reassured now of his victory than they were before the court ruling.
Okay. Honorable, thank you very much for joining us on the show, and it's been quite extensive to defend the interests of the party, which I believe you are standing for and will always forever stand out for. Thank you very much.
Yeah. You're welcome. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we hope to have you from time to time in due time.
Please.
Okay.
Please, it's my pleasure. Thank you very much.
Oh, we heard it all from Honorable Nelson Asekhame of the PDP, former chairmanship aspirant. It's been distractions, hurdles to climb, and also propaganda. But based on a political race, and in every race, there will always be hurdles to jump over. And it appears the characterization of a popularity-based system whereby the majority rule has to play has been shown on the part of Asue Ighodalo. And we hope in subsequent events, countdown to the elections, that there will be nothing that will actually mar, but rather make the process of the elections, not only to the PDP, but other parties, likewise the APC, the Labour Party, the NNPP, the SDP, just to mention a few. The show has been Viewpoint, where we discover perspectives and embrace dialogue. You will do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us across various social media platforms. Thanks for watching.